Welcome to my views and news. Two new stories. First one is about OLA, Oromo Liberation Army. Its commander Kumsa Dereba, known as Jaal Marroo, has announced to raise a big army for Oromos. He was delivering a speech at a graduation ceremony of newly recruited OLA fighters. He mentioned Jawar and Bakle Garba too. Interestingly, what did he say about the two politicians, two top opposition politicians of Oromo Federalist Congress? We have a clip of Kamsa Darba for you. Secondly, attack on a police station in central Gondar is being reported. 4 prisoners escaped, 4 were killed in this escape attempt. Who were the attackers? The Wareda administrator shared details, but no details were shared about the attackers. Was the attacker Fano or some other organized armed group in the area? Firstly, viewers, OLA Oromo Liberation Army is led by Kumsa Dereba Jaal Marroo, popularly known, and OLA held first round of talks with Ethiopian government representatives in Zanzibar, Tanzania more than 2 weeks ago. Second round of talks could not start. After first round of talks closure, we saw that fresh clashes erupted between OLA and Ethiopian government forces. OLA carried out several attacks on police stations and released their companions from police stations in Bishoftu, Ishewa, Horogodoro. Now, a new video of OLA commander has been shared by OLA-backed news sources. Jaal Marroo Kumsa Dereba can be seen in this video talking to new recruits. Where was this video recorded? What did Jaal Marroo say? And any signs of start of second round of talks from Jaal Marroo's talk? Firstly, the video, which I'll show you after a few minutes, shows Kumsa Dereba talking to addressing new recruits, and hundreds of new recruits can be seen. So it's a graduation ceremony of new recruits. It means OLA's recruitment, training continue. They're recruiting, they're training despite talks. OLA's activities regarding recruitment and training continuing. And since hundreds were seen, so it means that OLA is definitely training hundreds and thousands rather, thousands of new fighters. What did Kumsa Dereba say about peace talks, about raising a big army, about Jawar and Bakle Garba? Firstly, he said, our doors are open for dialogue. That is what all armed groups say. They keep on fighting, they keep on violating ceasefires, they keep on violating human rights and government forces too. All sides involved in the conflict, they always say that. We are ready to talk. At the same time, they want to get battlefield leverage to defeat the other side, or to have convincing, considerable military leverage before going into talks. So OLA says it is ready, it is open for talks. Secondly, he mentioned talks held between Oromo leaders and Ethiopian government officials in the past. He said, we have learned from mistakes of the past, mistakes made in 1991 when Lancelota held talks, and mistakes of 2018 when Bakle Garba and Dawood others held talks and OLF signed a peace deal. and that we won't repeat these mistakes, he said. He is implying that OLA would not trust the government. It wants third parties to be guarantors, to be credible mediators. That wasn't the case in 2018 when OLF signed the deal with Ethiopian government, and based in Eritrea, OLF fighters then agreed to return to Ethiopia. So he is not saying that OLA is against talks, but he is saying that OLA would not trust just the government. OLA wants credible, influential guarantors for the monitoring and implementation of peace process. And thirdly, he announced to raise a big army for Oromos. Interesting last point. So it means that military option perhaps is the best option for Kumsa Dereba. He is not seeing any chance of a breakthrough in talks perhaps. That is why he believes that it will be futile to trust the government, like it was a mistake to trust the government in 2019. And obviously he is raising a big army. Hundreds were seen today at this ceremony, and OLA now has its reach in entire Oromia. In recent days, it has hit RC, West Sheva, East Sheva, Orogodoro, Guji. You can see Southern Oromia, Central Oromia, Eastern Oromia, Western Oromia. All were hit by OLA in some attacks in the past few days. Police stations were targeted in some cases camps of Ethiopian army were targeted. But OLA showed their presence across Oromia in renewed clashes after the conclusion of first round of talks between the two sides. So he's definitely raising a big army, a confirmation from Kumsa Dereba himself. Clip of Kumsa Dereba for you, then a new story about attack on a police station in Gondar.
Aye, homaa gochuu hin dandeenyu gaa warra ejja dhokkubuufi homaa wanni goonu hin jiru. Inni sissiqaatuma goobana, isin immoo ijarraa hafa. Naguma geessanii baga geessan. Ammas wanti ija nama dhukkubsu bosona Oromiyaa golee lageen gaarreen keessaa gungumaa dhidhiittatee ukkaamsan jennaan didee biqilee anga'ee bahaatuma jira. Warra ija isin dhokkobuuf homaa isinii gochuu hin dandeenyu. Ilaalaatuma ija sukkuummadhaa. Nuti kan gochaa jirru Oromiyaa keessatti humna waraanaa, humna Oromoo gitu, saba Oromoo isa gitu, isaaf isa malu isa tolchuutti jirra. Kanaafuu dhaloonni dhaloota jiilee. Dhaloonni jiile ammoo waan irratti jiile qaba, waan jiileefis qaba. Akka qoosaatti waa dabarseen kennu. Hin rakkatiina, garaa kutadhaa akkas jechuuf dhuftan miti. Garaa kutadhaa attiin jennaa jechuu.
Second, was attack on a police station is being confirmed by government officials in central Gondar. It happened in Alpha Voreda of central Gondar. There, a police station was attacked by unknown attackers. The Voreda officials have not shared details about attackers. They say that 4 prisoners managed to escape. 4 died in this escape attempt. 20 were injured, 12 mildly injured, 8 injured more than others, and there was a 20-minute long exchange of gunfire between the attackers and security officials. The attackers threw a hand grenade as well. Now, question is, who were the attackers? Are armed groups, criminal groups in Amhara region so powerful that they can attack police stations, they can release prisoners? Because I have not seen many attacks by criminal gangs in Ethiopia to release their associates, their companions. We have mostly seen attacks by OLA. OLA carried out attacks, still carrying out attacks in Oromia to free their members. Fano attacked some police stations too in Amhara region. A few days ago, they tried to attack a police station in South Wollo, I think, where a rally was planned to support Ethiopian army. They attacked a police station in Gondar this year too. So, the government officials are not sharing details of those who have escaped. They say that escaped prisoners were accused of robbery. 4 were accused of robbery, 4 were accused of attempted robbery. What are their names? Were they Fano fighters, supporters of Fano? I think worried officials should share details of those who have been killed in this escape attempt and those who have escaped. And then attackers can be identified, that the attackers were criminal elements or elements aligned with Amhara militia, Fano militia. Let's see, but you see that attacks on police stations in Amhara region, fighting between Fano fighters and Ethiopian army, attacks on Ethiopian army vehicles, protests, roadblocks, strike. A lot is happening in the Amhara region. Thank you for watching.